Alright, so day 2. I'm going to take another crack at these things, which are called decoders. But first let me make sure you understand what I'm trying to do. I am not sure how well I explained it yesterday. So basically the way this works is I have 4 inputs, right? So here are 4 inputs coming from the wall, and I also have made alternate tracks for each one with the inverted version, alright? And then for any combination of them, I want to have a wire. So there's 2 to the power of 4, which is 16. Yeah, 16 combinations. So basically I want 1 chord here, 1 chord here, and I want it to go on like this all the way through, and I want this chord to be on if the binary number of the 4 digits are 0, this one to be on if binary number is 1, and this one to be on if it's 2, etc., etc. So basically I want one of these chords to be on for any possible combination of these 4 bits. Alright? So the way you basically do this is, so let's say that this wire over here is, I want that to be on when they're all 0. Alright? So when they're 0, all of these inverted lanes will be true, as it is now, because none of these wires have power on them. So what I do is I basically have 3 AND gates here, and I'll feed 4 wires in each of these first 2 AND gates, and then they'll be ANDed again, and then I'll get that one if all 4 of the things I input are true. So I'll just set them up. Fairly simple. Alright, so I believe this might, yeah, okay, it's good. Alright, so all 4 of these are on, they're fit in here, and this one is on at the end, because this is on when they're all false. However, if let's say, if I made this particular one on, then this one would no longer be on because we're not at that combination currently. Alright, so let's say I want to wire this one for 0001. Let's see. I forget how I have it set up. Did I put signs on here? I did not. Okay, well let's say I want this one to represent the combination where this one is true but all the rest are false. So that means that I want to hook this one on, because this one is the true one. So let's say we need to hop over this guy. And I need to end up over there, so let's see. I'll just have to stay on this second layer. Probably. Okay, that's the third one. And this fourth one should be really simple. I'll just run you over there. Alright. And this one is on, because I have now represented that combination. But this already looks really complicated, and you could kind of tell while I was going through that I had to kind of make a lot of adjustments, and there wasn't really any rhyme or reason to it. Now, I've shown this is the concept, and what I'm trying to do is not that complicated, but the thing is, I want to kind of make a really optimized version, so, kind of with a lot of rhyme and reason and really organized. But that's going to be really hard, because, I could just, give myself more space and just wire everything kind of haphazardly like I did those first 2, and I would get it, but it's tricky. So you kind of saw the last time I was experimenting with having multiple layers of AND gates and all that kind of stuff, and it's just, this is a mess. So I was looking online this morning, and I found this. So this guy, Storm Inc., has spent some time trying to develop just this, which it's a decoder, and decoder is basically just given a certain amount of binary digits, have a single, enumerate over every possible thing. So you could, that's a terrible explanation, but if you have 4 inputs, as we have now, we should have 2 to the 4th, or 16 outputs, and one of those outputs will be on depending on which combination we have. So a different output for each combination. You see how they have that set up here with, in this case it's all zeros, so the 0 is on, and that kind of stuff. This looks really compact and relatively, what's the word I'm looking for? It looks intuitive, so I think it makes sense. I'll have to play with it some, but yeah, that's what I'm going to try and go for now. Alright, I've got it working. Thank you very much to Storm_Inc. on Planet Minecraft for posting his decoder example. I couldn't get all the information needed from this image, so I downloaded his Minecraft world to take a better look, and I'm pretty sure I understand it now. So yeah, let me walk you through it. So we have our 4 inputs, right? We have one going up, one going down, and the ones that go down are inverted. All right. So basically, the whole idea is there are these lights at the end of the path. Right. The light will only turn on if this path right here is off. So if anything along the way below or above turns it on, that means it's not supposed to be on. All right. Does that make sense? So if this is on, this bottom line will turn off anything that should be on when this thing is off. That's a terrible way to explain it, but hopefully you get it. It'll turn, the bottom one will turn it off sometimes, and the top one will turn it off sometimes. So this top one kind of do the opposite. So the bottom one turns off the zeros when we don't want them, the one that involved this value being 0, and the top one turns off the ones when we don't want them. So you see, in this case, I have the first half being 0, the second being 1. So all these torches will turn off these when we don't want them. Does that make sense? Good. All right. So yeah, you can see that if I do that, then all the torches over there are on, which powers this cord, which turns those off. So that's how that works. Yeah, and it's a really intuitive way to do things, and you can kind of see it all really well. Okay, so I like that. I have wired this button all the way over to my hard drive over here, and the current value being stored in the hard drive is passed all the way around over into this thing. Alright, so every time I press this button, it should increase the value by 1. And let's see, bup, bup. A lot of wires, but this will not be the fastest calculator in the world, I assure you. So you can see every time I press this button, send a pulse through the thing, it will go up by 1, which it makes me so happy. But I must imagine watching, it's like, wow, you spent however many hours of your life. I think this was 2 hours making this. You spent however many hours of your life doing this, and you've just managed to make that thing go 1 each time. Anyway, I'm really happy. So this will basically is something that's called a binary to decimal converter. So we have these binary numbers, and it converts over to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Alright, but now I want to convert it to a 7-segment. So I'll have 2 7-segment displays, one for each digit. So for this thing, I actually want to output 2 sets of 4 bits, one representing each digit. That way I can individually convert the digits to a 7-segment, and that's what I'm going to do next. Alrighty, I finished another addition. So basically what this does, I think the way I explained it before in my previous section was that I would give it 2 numbers, but that kind of would end up converting it back into binary, and that would be not ideal. So basically the way I have it set up is it'll give me, if you want to represent a number between 0 and 99, these will have 20 outputs. So the first 10 represent the first digit. So in this case, I only have this one on, saying that the first digit is 0. And then the other one would be over here, saying what the other digit would be. Come to think of it, if the first digit is 0, then this one should be 0 as well. If you're representing number 0, then this first digit should be 0, and this one should be 0 as well, which I gotta change because right now I only have it representing 1. But I can figure that out, I'm sure. Alright, so I basically added this section on. So if the number being activated, like over here, is between 0 and 9, it'll basically just go in a beeline over to the one it should be at. So if it's 0, it'll activate 0. If it's 1, it'll activate 1, 3, 4, etc. Then where it gets a little trickier when you have 2-digit numbers, like 11. 11 will need to activate the one digit for the tens, as well as the 1 digit over here. So I need to send it on. So 11 is right, or actually 10 will be the first one to have that pattern, but 11 is, where's 11? 11 is right here. So 11 goes along this path and heads all the way over here to the 1. And at the same time, it needs to activate the 10. I had some issues with this because with splitting, with the splitting up the chords and or split up the circuits, and also the amount of space I gave myself. I had some trouble keeping it all like split up. But I borrowed a trick from this circuit over here, and I put these redstone lamps over here. So it acts as a big OR gate, really. If anything is a two-digit number sending a single digit over here, then go ahead and activate the tens digit. Alright. So I was pretty happy. So this thing basically acts like a big OR. So it's pretty neat. So yeah, that's nice, and it should translate fairly well into the 7 segment thing. So right now it's at 0. Alright, if I click this, it'll go to 1, and 2, and then I can keep going a couple times. This is getting so slow. Oh well, people don't make computers in Minecraft to have a fast computer. Alright, so now we're at 8, now we're at 9, and now we're at 10. So it goes over there. So it will go over there. Okay. So that means it has a 1s. These are all digit 0. So digit 1 has the value 1, and every digit whatever else has the value 0. Alright, so that works. This will transfer very nicely into the 7 segment because I can use these first 10 to be all the possible inputs for the first digit, and I can use this last one because it's only 1 digit, or 0, which I got to figure out, and that will feed into all the possible things for other segment. Alright, yeah, so I'll start working on the 7 segment display, I suppose. Alright, I've finished the 7 segment display, except I didn't make the display. I only made this logical circuit, which will output which segments are lit up. And from here it's pretty simple to wire these to the actual different segments in the right configuration, and it'll be my 7 segment display. I think I'm pretty excited about it. I thought this I'm really happy with how this circuit turned out because I made it myself and it's working pretty well, and I think it's pretty compact as well, so it's all really neat. I guess I'll explain real quick how it works. So alright, so we have all the decimal digits coming in from here. Oh, and I wrapped this up, by the way. It looks all nice. I have all the decimal digits coming in here. So let's see, if 0 were to go, then it basically lights up this whole column. You can see how this whole, I guess, this first column right here, all the torches in that column are lit up, whereas in the other ones are not lit up. Alright, and then each, I guess, row indicates a different segment on the 7 segment display. You should see there's 7 floors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 floors. Yep. So 1 or 0 will be activated on all the floors that it's relevant on. So in this case, it's relevant on our A segment, B, C, D, E, F, but not G. So as a result, everything's lit up except for G, because on every single layer, every single row, I have it sending the circuit down to the appropriate thing, and I'm really happy with how this works. Let's test this out, shall we? So we just did 0, I suppose. If I do 1, oh, and I'm going to I pulled these up ahead of time so we can reference it a little bit. So 1 shows, let's see, looks like it has A is off, which is good. B is on, which is good. C is on, good. D, E, and everything else is off. Perfect. That's what I want one to look like. Let's try. Well, I've only tested out 0, 1, and 2 so far. So let's see if I test out. If I test out 3, what happens? Oh. I'm almost hoping that's not going to work because I want to show you guys how easy it is to debug this. Let's see. 3 shows me that A is off. It should be on. Oh, wonderful. Okay. So this is off when it should be on, and it looks like that's disappointing. Okay, it is on, but it's not extended far enough, so I just need to throw a repeater here. Okay, never mind, that one's good. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F are off. Okay, G. Okay, that's disappointing. It works just fine. Alright, let's try one more, and we'll see. Maybe I'll be unlucky, then it's not all gonna work. Alright, 4, A, good, B, good, C. Actually, I take it back. A is not supposed to be on for 4. They are on 4, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, okay, good. So A should not be on for 4. If we follow that back over here, then this is, let's see, this is column 0, column 1, column 2, column 2, 3, and here's 4. And as you can see, this column right here is powering this A layer. So I can just undo that, and we can see that fixed the problem. So let's see, B, C, F, and let's see, I'm missing one. Okay, F should be turned on along with G. Okay, so likewise, I guess I'll go ahead and follow F up to its appropriate layer, which is this one. Then I'll head over to column number 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be connected. And that will fix that. So now both F and G are good. And we also have B and C. Alright, I'll go ahead and fix the rest of them, but as I'm very proud of this. I think this will be all for today. Maybe I'll go ahead and wrap this up in a green cocoon real quick. But yeah, that's all for today. So stay tuned for day 3. We'll actually have our segment display, which looks like a 7-segment display.